Hi guys, thanks for tuning in. Today I have another crochet tutorial for you. It is how to make these cute little cacti keychains. So you will need some green yarn for the cactus body, some colored yarn for the flower, and I'm using a light tan colored yarn for the needles. I'm using 2 different size crochet hooks, a pair of scissors, a yarn needle, and some pliers to help put the keychain on, some polyester stuffing or stuffing of your choice, and of course a keychain. I'm using a split ring keychain, but you can also use the ball chains. To begin making the cactus body, you will start off with a magic ring and then single crochet 6 into the ring. Give the tail a good tug so you close up the hole. For round 2, you will work 3 single crochets into the first stitch. And as always, I like to tuck in the tail as I work my round. And then in the second stitch of this round, you will work 2 single crochets. Then in the third stitch, you will work just 1 single crochet. And you just repeat what we've just done for the last 3 stitches into the next 3 stitches of this round. So in the next stitch, 3 single crochets, in the stitch after, 2 single crochets, and then 1 single crochet into the final stitch of this round. And you will see you've just created an oval shape. Now I'm just taking a very small safety pin. I like to use safety pins as the stitch marker, and just marking that last stitch of this round. For round 3, you will work 2 single crochets into the first stitch, and then just single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. And then you repeat this pattern for the remaining stitches of this round. So again, the next stitch you will work 2 single crochets, and then in the stitch after that, 1 single crochet, and then another single crochet into the stitch after that one. And then for rounds 4 to 8, you will work single crochets into each stitch all the way around. And when you are done, you will start to see your cactus taking shape. And now I'm just taking a bit of the polyester stuffing and beginning to stuff the cactus body. Then for round 9, I'm going to work an invisible decrease in the first 2 stitches, and then single crochet in each of the next 2 stitches. And you just repeat this pattern all the way around. So again, I'm working an invisible decrease, and then a single crochet in the next stitch, and then another single crochet in the next stitch, and repeating this pattern. In round 10, I'm just invisible decreasing all the way around. And once you are done, leave a long tail before cutting the yarn, and then you will close up the hole. one of the arms, I am going to start off with a magic circle again and work 4 single crochets into the circle. And because the arms are smaller than the body of the cactus, so I'm just using a crochet hook that's half a size smaller than the previous one. For round 2, I am going to work 2 single crochets into the first stitch and then 1 single crochet into the stitch after. And then you just repeat this pattern for the remaining 2 stitches of this round. For rounds 3 and 4, you just work single crochet all the way around. And here is a little tip, guys. When you're working with such a small piece, it is better to flip your work inside out first before you start to crochet rows 3 and 4, because as you can see here, I started struggling flipping my cactus arm inside out. And you can choose to stuff or not stuff this small piece. For the pear cactus, a lot of the times the arms are rather flat anyway, but I decided to stuff it. And then for round 5, I just work invisible decrease 3 times all the way around. And when you are done, you will have a small piece that looks like a raindrop. And I am just going to position this one somewhere around there. But before we attach the arm, I am going to make another one, but this arm will be slightly bigger than the last one. And you will work 6 single crochets into the magic ring for round 1. Similar to what we've done for the previous arm, for round 2, you will work 2 single crochet into the first stitch and then 1 single crochet into each of the next 2 stitches. Once again, you repeat this pattern for the remaining 3 stitches of this round, and in total you will have 8 stitches for round 2. For rounds 3 to 5, you will work single crochets all the way around. And now for the last round, you will work an invisible decrease in the first 2 stitches, and then a single crochet into the stitch after. And once again, you will repeat this pattern all the way around for round 6. You will end this round with an invisible decrease. And don't forget to stuff your arm. And I'm just using the back of my pliers to really put in the stuffing. We are now ready to attach the arms to the body of the cactus, and I'm just going to position them, see where I would want them. I'm taking my yarn needle and just threading the yarn through. And I'm just going to position this bigger piece on the top right corner, well, kind of corner, slightly off to the side, and I'm just going to sew it on. Repeating the process, I'm just attaching the smaller arm to my cactus. And I'm just going to position it to the other side. If you want, you can also latch it on to the bigger arm of the cactus. And here is our little cactus. All we need to do now is to add in the little details. I'm taking a pale yellow yarn for the flower, and I'm going to start off with a simple chain, remember to leave a long tail at the end for later. And I'm just going to chain 1 to use as the center and then chain 3 more, so you have a total of 4 chains here. Now crochet slip stitch into the first chain and you have made the first petal, and repeat the process. So chain 3 here and then work a slip stitch into the first chain. And here you have your second petal, and then just do this 2 more times for the remaining 2 petals of your flower. Working a very simple flower here, so now I just cut the yarn and it will look somewhat like this. I'm not very picky with the flower. I just wanted some color at the top of the arm, and I'm just going to tuck in the tail into the center. Attach this flower petal onto the bigger arm of the cactus. And what I like to do is just to sew it on, and then because I left a long tail at the very beginning, I'm just going to tie a knot with the tail just for added security so the flower doesn't come loose. And of course, to finish off the flower, I will tuck in the tails into the cactus. For the last detail, I'm just going to take some tan colored yarn and do little markings along the entire cactus so they resemble the needles. I do this very randomly. I just space them as evenly as I could all the way around. And if you can, go back to where you started the first marking, and then I just take the tail and tie a knot. Once a knot is tied, I just tuck the knot into the cactus to hide it. And we are almost done. The last thing that we need to do is to attach your keychain. I'm taking my pliers just to help with the opening of this ring. And finding the center of your cactus where you want to insert your keychain, I just loosen up the yarn there a little bit, make room for the keychain ring, and insert it in and close it up. And now our little cactus keychain is done. Thanks for watching this tutorial, guys. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Feel free to leave your comments for me down below. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this tutorial, and of course subscribe to my channel for more videos. I will see you guys next time. Bye!